All right, welcome everybody. This is Greed Ninjas podcast with Metallic Cat 206, Wavy P,
Yo.
Evil Green. Evil Green, say what's up.
I want to change my name.
Okay, what's your name, Evil Green?
The first of mankind.
The first of mankind, aka Evil Green.
Yeah.
For the artist.
I just made that up, so don't judge me. The first of mankind.
The first.
Yeah.
We'll call you the first.
We'll
just call you the first.
I just made that. I'm still thinking, but I want to be known as the one.
You'll be known as the first for right now.
Yeah, the first. I like
the
the
first.
first.
Okay,
Yeah.
the first.
First Okage.
The first.
Not
Nah,
the
not the Hokage.
Exactly,
just
I'm the
the
first.
All right, and then
You're trying to downplay me.
So I mean, as we were getting together today, one thing one anime that we've seen recently, or I've watched recently, that I wanted to talk about is Solo Leveling. I seen one episode. I thought it kind of had a little bit of a Goblin Slayer style start to it, with the way niggas was getting slaughtered off the
No, it
rip.
started off strong as fuck. I was like, I started that shit. Put some bowl of cereal, some Frosted Flakes. I was like, God damn! Niggas are getting cut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it started off strong.
And that demon statue smiling and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, shit.
But they show real early a thing that becomes a trend later on.
Like he said, it was so dope. And I knew he got evaporated. I was like,
Oh yeah,
And
we
he
get
was-
fucking lasered.
He just
Yeah.
said, boom. I was like, oh, he just got his shoes on, huh?
Yeah. Only his
He
shoes is left.
his
Yeah.
shoes left.
But no. I thought it was crazy how they established like how niggas was really about their own shit real early, and like weak niggas is weak and strong niggas is strong. You know, like it's a real established hierarchy with that shit. And if you were strong, it's like a more savage My Hero Academia without the school bullshit.
No, like I told you, I've been have Crunchyroll. I really watched Dragon Ball Z. Like, nigga, Goku came a long way.
He did. He only had Kaioken at one
He
point.
nigga went through some
He didn't
phase.
even have Kaioken at one point.
Yeah, nigga, you didn't know how to fly.
Couldn't even
I
fly.
forgot about that shit. I was like,
Yeah.
they
They
forgot.
think the
Flying
flying
Nimbus, I was
Nimbus,
like, they
Everywhere.
had to learn how to fly. When Raditz came, that's when the Raditz came in, they started knowing, like, you can fly in the Scouter and all that.
Yeah. No, but that's also one of the great things about Solo Leveling. Watch him get all these powers and watching him like evolve.
Seen him
over time.
advance. Seen him advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, seen him advance. It's so dope.
He's only 5 episodes in. Have you seen most recent episode? How far are you?
As far as Solo Leveling, to be real, it's one of those series where I picked it up when it first came out, and then I kind of forgot about it. So I don't know if I'm like through season 2, but I know I watched the first season, then went and read what was out at the time, which was part of season 2, not fully season 2. I don't think currently, but when we talk about it, it's like I'm just refamiliarizing with it, to be real with you. But that was just gonna lead me into like trying to discuss, I guess, the isekai series, though. You know what I'm saying? As a whole. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Well,
I've been
that's
fucking
fun-
with isekais for a minute.
What's funny about Solo Leveling is it has isekai tropes,
You guys need
and I would say it's a borderline isekai because he doesn't exactly get taken away to another world, but he does realize that his world he's in is different than it appears to be.
Actually, like, for example, like it goes deeper. The isekai elements that are in it are like the game interaction and things of that nature.
Well, technically, isekai is being taken to another world.
Well, it's technically, being taken to another world, but I noticed most isekais, though, they end up having like that game element where it's like the...
But I would say that's modern isekais that come from the influence of Sword Art Online, which people say is also as isekai because he's trapped in the virtual world, which makes it him being stuck in a different world.
And he's literally being reborn in another world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reborn down to the fact where he's creating a whole avatar and a character.
Yeah.
But doesn't that make him the whole badass he is?
Yeah. You seen Sword Art
That's
Online?
what I'm just saying, right?
Have you seen this, Al?
No, but that's the whole...
So Sword Art Online is this series about this character, Kirito. And what ends up happening is he's like one of the, like, damn near basically a beta tester for this new game coming out with this system of nerve gear. Nerve gear is basically like, imagine a VR system, but instead of you being able to move, you sit down in like a big ass chair, right? And literally you know how you can close your eyes and think? That's the game. Like when you close your eyes and you think, now you're in the world of the game, right?
It's like Professor X world.
Yeah, basically like you in a mental world where everything
but you're not
feels
conscious
real.
of your body. Yeah, and it's nerve gear because it's like when you're playing the game, you can even, depending on what setting you have it on, feel the effects of things in reality.
Yeah.
Which what ends up happening is the creator of the game, he dies, and then he locks everybody that's in there on day one in the world and lets them know like they can only leave if somebody completes the game.
And if they die in the world, they die in the game.
And
if they die in the game, they die in the world as
They
well.
did that on my show called Case Closed.
Yeah.
There's a phantom when they played in game world, but the game world, once they got locked in that virtual reality, basically, it was real life. So if you die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
SAO is the whole
Yeah.
like first arc. So
Yeah.
what ends up happening is
But if you like I
They
said,
get locked in there.
But if one player survives, everybody comes. No one dies.
nah. But the thing is though too with the issue with SAO was on the first arc, niggas was trapped in there for like years, right?
They were trapped in there for, I remember, at least a few months. I don't know if it was years, because one of the earliest things they had to figure out was how they're going to keep all the people alive that are stuck in the game.
That's what I was gonna say. People that couldn't afford it or didn't really have family, they
Right.
died off because like they have this things in Japan called otaku, not otaku, yeah, otakus, where these niggas are like just like be like they just game and then like they don't.
Well, no,
see
otakus
daylight,
are
really.
Westerners that are
Like
into
Squid Game.
Japanese culture.
If you're
Okay, so
poor,
what do you
you're
call
poor.
them? No. But over
You're
in
talking about the
Japan-
niggas that stay inside their house and don't leave
Yeah,
anymore.
they die.
But those aren't otakus, but I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, but so basically, niggas that were like that, bro, and they didn't have family, they were keeping up contact with and stuff like that. Like they were dying because their real bodies starved to death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then so like basically like Kirito, his family ends up basically putting him on what is it like
Life support.
life
basically.
support. So lots of niggas is basically in there living off life support because they still ain't completed the game. And then some niggas end up just like fuck it, this is my life now, and they end up just living there, like
Yeah.
giving up. So it's only
Well, some people, because the whole thing is, if you want to get better and be able to survive more, you have to take on riskier and riskier content, right? And then there's also people who are killing other people in the game and taking their shit and leveling up off that. And so there's people who can't take any of it and they're like, I don't want to level. I don't want to get taken on by any of these niggas who are trying to take out other players. Fuck it. I'm just going to fucking live
I'm gonna be
here.
a merchant.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be a cook or something, right? Like people live their regular lives there. And that was the thing too, where it was like,
Freelance.
nah, deeper than that, bro.
Oh.
Like you see how.
But there's so the whole thing is there's an MMO with a tower in the middle of it, right? Where the deeper they get in the tower, the closer they get to beating the game. And the people that are trying to beat the game are called beaters.
Mhm.
But what's funny, and this is where they say people are like Kirito and all the more recent isekais, is like none of them lend themselves to, at least the ones that are based on games, right? To actually being like you're in an MMO with the party. Most of the time they have niggas who go and level up solo doing their own bullshit,
Yeah.
like Kirito.
Yeah.
That's what he means by like they're all like Kirito's, because it's like solo leveling. He does solo level and it's in the title, but the way it happens makes sense because he's the only one that can see the fucking level screen and all that shit
Potentially.
that we know of so far. Yeah,
Mm.
but he's the only one that They say there are other people that have reawakened, but there's nobody that's reawakened like from his level to.
Because his reawakening might specifically have something to do with that type. Like
Yeah.
each reawakening happens in a different way and shit like that.
Yeah.
So. I think he ended up getting like a 6-star door or something like that, right?
I don't remember. I don't really want to spoil anything for Ryan too much. I showed him part of the fight with Egress, which
He's
is
not
just
the
dope.
Fox. No, he saw the door that he went. No, I'm thinking of a different series with doors. My bad.
But you know what? Some people also count as isekai. Have you seen Gate?
No.
So Gate is this story where in Japan at some point there's a gate that opens up like in the middle of Tokyo, and it's like gate to another
I
world.
think you told me about this a little bit.
Yeah. But like apparently that counts as an isekai.
Mm.
And I looked up this meme on the internet where people were saying Chronicles of Narnia, Alice in Wonderland, and Wizard of Oz are isekais.
I mean, I see Narnia because niggas literally go through a door or a closet and then emerge in this reality where they're kings and queens.
Mm-hmm.
That's reborn in a different world, basically, but they're not really because, like, typically speaking, right? In most anime, when the isekai element is adapted to it, the person's aware they're in a different world. Not only they're in a different world, they have a like almost like the choose your class and stat screen when you play video games, right? Where typically speaking, a person will come into a world. Either A, they'll choose abilities, or B, they'll have a randomization of certain abilities through a certain trial that they have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the Western versions of the same isekai, or at least like things that can be considered isekai, like there's no element of them necessarily recreating themselves. It's just kind of like they emerge into this world and then they take part of it and end up being looked at as outsiders that have an influence on the main world, which is what's crazy about those, right?
I guess you could say that, but I guess what they try to say about because what a lot of the modern things that we understand to be isekai in the modern sense of like since SAO came out, like even after SAO, like the popularity of Truck-kun and having to die to be another thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Truck-kun stretched in.
yeah, where it's like it's so it's because like the first guy who did Truck-kun It was like, oh, I'm just thinking of another way for somebody to be transported to another world from this one,
Then it
right?
became a trope where niggas getting hit by trucks.
And then it becomes a cliche where, oh, how you gonna have your guy get transported to another world gets hit by this box truck?
Would you be able to consider Yu Yu Hakusho isekai?
Well, there's the demon world and the real world, and there's ways between them both.
But like really,
But most of it doesn't. He doesn't actually get whisked away to another world. He does a lot of his training in the human world.
Yeah, but then it's like, but he's reborn in the same world with different abilities. So like,
But he's not reborn. Oh, he does die.
Yeah,
He
remember
does
truck
die.
moon
Yeah,
strike,
the truck does hit him, or the car is a car, but it might be actually even a truck driver in that one too.
He saves the kid.
Yeah, that might be considered isekai, but he does come back to the real world, and then he just knows there's different realities as far as like the afterlife, the demon world, and the human world.
And then he gets contracted to have to deal with basically all of them.
Yeah. Maybe we could put that up there as a potential isekai.
Yeah, and because really, what is an isekai, right? Is isekai reborn in another world, or is it reborn in general?
It's transported away to a different world, because some people also, there's a little bit of weirdness to it, right? Because some people consider Inuyasha isekai, and some people don't.
What?
And Inuyasha, because she gets transported back in time to
Inuyasha's
a different world.
girl? I thought Inuyasha was a boy.
No, Kagome. Inuyasha is a dude, but
Wait. I know that show very well, so we can get on. I can jump into the topic. So we're talking about this time shit.
Yeah. So you know in Inuyasha, right? How Kagome, she's just a regular chick in the modern world, but she steps through that fucking well or that portal or whatever, and it takes her to Inuyasha.
Oh yeah, technically she's the main character.
Yeah, technically she's the main character.
Yeah, she's definitely the main character. Everything he does for her.
Yeah, she has that necklace that controls him. Technically he's a demon beyond her, like way beyond her level, but she has a necklace that he has to submit his will to. Yeah, he says sit. She says sit, boy, and then he goes douche and puts him on the ground.
You know, he's her angel of death, basically.
Yeah.
But she is whisked away to a different reality.
Yeah, because people say in that reality, like they say it's weird. The difference is, even though she gets sent back in time, it's like, does the timeline really affect her main world? And also, when she goes back in time, the magic that exists in that timeline, why doesn't it exist in the main world?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
yeah, because niggas do die. Yeah.
Well, overall, I'll say like isekais in general. I mean, I'll be real. It seems like they like have oversaturated the market with them, but I can't get enough of them, bro. Because it's like
I just need the ones with the level up screens. I don't care if it's an isekai or just a VR MMO based story. Like,
you just enjoy the level up in the video game element.
Yeah, the video game element of it is just so tight sometimes, where it's just like, I feel this nigga got the level up, and now when he does some shit, I know really what he's doing.
You're not assuming his power level.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're visually seeing the representation of it. So you're like, oh yeah, I want to see how the bro. See, that's why it's like there's a couple like manhwas that I've told you about, or light novels that I've read, where it's like I can't wait for them to be adapted if they ever do get adapted into like potentially comics, and then from comics if they pick up, they'll get adapted into like anime style things. There's another one called like My Vampire System.
The diary where he gets the diary that shows him how to get better as a vampire and shit.
And then he evolves into different types of vampires.
Yeah, but it comes from a book that he finds, right?
So yeah, but the thing is, in this series, right?
He's in high school or some shit.
No. Listen, right? In this series, the way that they have their powers, they're based off of this system of like. So everybody joins the military, and there's different race. There's another race of individuals they're at war with. I forget what their name, but they're like half dragon, half human, right? Mm-hmm. So they have like they're strong as shit. The way humans combat them is through their equipment and through their abilities they get through these books. But the thing is, certain militaries have access to certain ones, and certain families control the other ones. So like each family is over like a specific type of book, right? So then you have like certain abilities that are like only this family has them, or only the military has them.
Okay,
like,
I fuck with
the military in this one, they're over the earth element. So like most of their sergeants and generals and things will have like maxed out earth element like abilities, and everybody technically is a mage as well. But then you have the main character who. Once you get affected by a vamp, because then this is the thing about different races. Different races have different ways they interact with the magic or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So he ends up getting this book that literally transforms him into a vampire, and through that he ends up learning that what vampires do, and he has a system too where he levels up in things, which is it's very different from how the way that normal vampires do, because normally they just live and then they might evolve within 100 years, 200 years, but this nigga is evolving in months and things due to the fact that his book has a connection to the family of vampire that he's connected with, and the family of vampire he's connected with, they're basically on some like materializing reality in a certain way, like anything this nigga can think, like his grandfather or the niggas is like ahead of him in the line, anything he can think of, if they have the materials for it, they can turn it into something. Okay. And it's like, it even goes down
to... So they got like alchemy shit.
low key, you can consider it and look at it that way. But then on top of it though, like for example, he ends up getting this castle where it was like from his grandfather, but the thing is it has like this tower defense element where it's like you've collected a certain amount of fame for your guild or for the family, and it's like the system will give him literal missions where he has to complete a certain amount of things in order to get either a level up or something that he can do to qualify his other niggas that are underneath him to level up, and then them niggas level up on their own outside of him. He'd be like, oh shit, and he looks at the system, checks their health stats and their points and stuff like that. Like it's pretty fucking dope. But real quick with explaining the tower was dope because like it like gets to a point where it's like, okay, he's gotten a certain amount of fame because vampires view him a certain way, and that fame totals into certain points that he can spend in the tower for equipment for his niggas that are underneath him. Plus, he can just like materialize fucking towers at the edge of his fucking castle in order to defend the base while he's gone and shit. And then the system will alert him.
Where does his castle exist? Is it like in a different plane, or
it's in the vampire world?
Okay.
Because vampires have a planet that they reside on. That's another thing too. They have intergalactic travel. So the niggas that they're fighting against, they have the main niggas they're fighting against. They are like basically like these primal, like again, dragon slash human things.
So is our main character an outlaw?
Not really, but yeah, he ends up. I'll tell you this: he ends up creating an intergalactic company that ends up having a defense force for the humans, and then he also ends up being one of the 12 emperors of the vampire kingdom. And where I left off at is he's competing for the spot of vampire king with the rest of the vampires, and he kind of like dips in and out of the world because he has to come out to lead his company in the war effort and be over planets.
You know how I like to watch? That you just maybe reminded me because there's a couple of things that came up. You know how I like to
listen to stuff. The
recap. So I realized. So I was gonna say. So with a lot of the light novels and manhwas, I'll randomly be watching recaps for those, right? And I realized it was like a year. It was like years ago. I had watched the fucking solo leveling. Like manhwa or whatever, because I was like,
facts. You're like, this is
I was
familiar.
like, when it got to a certain point, I was like, I swear this reminds me of like some anime, not even an anime recap. It was just like a still book recap. It was like talking about hunters. No, you know what it reminds me of?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that recap. Remember that guy with the diamond skin? Or he not the diamond skin.
Oh, the nigga who
can revive.
The nigga who was and then he ended up like basically regenerating himself continuously on some doomsday shit.
Yeah.
Burst out that bitch and then went and murked all the niggas who like fucking bullied him and shit.
But I don't know if you know about in that recap. This is a little bit of a spoiler, but how they talk about the balance of power in the world based on the niggas that have their powers and their abilities, and how when he comes out, it's like
he fucks up the balance of power.
He fucks up the balance of power by existing.
And he because the niggas who he was who bullied him were actually like heroes,
they were superstar S rank,
and he came out and immediately deleted them. And they were actually important to the demon effort. So then they're like, oh shit. This nigga's a demon. Like that's they immediately classified him as.
Demon, yeah,
but he was like, nah, nigga, I was a hero that they tried to fuck with, and now I'm out here for revenge. And I like those types of stories too, bro. Yeah. Like I think there's like the Shield Hero. There's another one.
I've been interested in looking at Shield Hero.
There's a fuck.
It's called Rising of the Shield Hero. Right?
There's this is something you can watch right now too. By the way, the one or Mr. One, Mr. First. There's another one you can just look into right on YouTube, Brian. I mean, Metallica. It's called
him.
Mr. Him. So Mr. Him. There's another series y'all should look into, right? It's called Redo Healer. Oh my!
Nah. I've heard you and CJ watch stupid shit like Redo Healer.
But it's not. It's fucked up, but it's not.
I can't watch shit like that. It's beyond. I already had enough of Ninja Scroll. Ninja Scroll is cool.
Bro, Redo Healer is great.
This nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? You love the. Hey, let me keep my comments to myself.
Bro, listen.
These people,
bro,
what's wrong with Ninja Scroll?
Nothing's wrong with Ninja Scroll. I'm saying I love Ninja Scroll.
What do you mean you said you had enough?
With Redo Healer, with the shit they described, if it's the one I'm thinking of, as far as niggas can heal based on this nigga's abilities, nah.
See, here's the thing.
That's some shit. I don't.
It's like imagine if Berserk, if Guts was able to go back in time and then like instead of going through all the fucked up shit, he knew about the fucked up shit because he was reborn back in time before it happened, and then he was able to go ahead and make moves to get strong enough to go ahead and avoid those situations and get his revenge.
Nobody's fucking with Alucard. You want to talk about?
Oh, we're talking. Alucard's not even an isekai, but if you're just talking good shit, nigga.
He's not isekai, nigga. He's
Hellsing Ultimate OVA.
Yeah.
Great. Only thing that sucks about it is each episode is like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, but that hammer, that gun he pulls is crazy.
Straight kicking ass.
Each episode is all kicking ass.
But
Like
you
Solo
just-
I can't. But it takes forever for Police Girl to even start pulling the fucking trigger on her.
But when
fucking
she
sniper.
does, and them
She's
titties
Cecil.
be
What are you
jumping.
talking about? She's the Cecil of the whole show. She's Cecil.
Cecil.
No, she's
Oh,
not.
yeah,
Cecil.
yeah, these
Police
are-
Girl. I'm talking about Police Girl, not fucking Mistress or Integra.
Yeah, I'm talking about Integra. My
I'm
bad.
not talking about
I'm talking
Integra.
about Sir
I'm talking about
Integra.
Police
I'm talking
Girl.
about
Yeah.
Sir.
Nah, Integra.
Sir-
Oh yeah, Police Girl. We don't. Yeah, she's just there.
She's
to,
a mark for like 5 episodes.
She's just there to be like that's her. That's
Police
his,
girl.
He just that's his child basically.
You must
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have to
But when
drink.
she gets up, she ups up.
Yeah, when she, the first time she fires
Yeah,
that big ass rifle.
she just fight that cat nigga. She upped up.
It's
The first time when she got that blood run through her vein,
Yeah.
when she got an evil mode, nigga, she upped up.
I just
Yeah.
remember
Nigga,
when she was
was
on the sniper, she was shooting them shots and her titties were bouncing everywhere. That was one of my favorite things in animation.
You
at
were
the time.
really young at the time.
Yeah, I
huh?
don't
Hell
remember
yeah.
none of that. I remember.
Bow.
I just remember her killing. Yeah, I just remember.
She was straight murky shit.
Nah, but
Titties flying everywhere.
Alucard with the pistols was the shit. Also, I love how he had a left-handed and a right-handed gun. Custom made shit.
engraved, nigga. Engraved. Don't need that.
But you saw how they ejected the cartridges
Yeah, I know.
out to the separate sides and
Engraved,
shit.
nigga,
Yeah.
Bro, did you guys fuck with the?
Knowing he don't need no weapon.
Did you guys fuck with the?
No, you don't need that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you guys
Don't
fuck with his
need
Dracula
that.
transformation?
Don't need.
After they thought they
I
got
love
rid of that
it.
nigga?
No.
When
You
the
see
dogs
that-
came out.
No,
When the
fuck-
dogs came
fuck
out.
all that,
man,
fuck all that.
Talking about when he
super
came back with the
finisher.
armor and was on the horse, nigga, and had all the souls of all the niggas he had ever
so,
killed.
yeah,
Super finisher with the
super
whole
finisher,
city.
yeah, the
The
soul,
whole
yeah.
city.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
city
yeah,
was
yeah.
getting mobbed
Shit
by
get
one
dark in
nigga.
there. Yeah.
Nazis was fucked up. The British niggas was
paint
fucked
the whole
up.
paint the whole city red for real.
Yeah,
Nigga. Hey, and all he did was add all them niggas.
He
to
kept
his-
saying, "Show me your power."
Hey, and the only reason.
Have you watched Invincible?
Nah, but I've read synopses on it.
Okay,
I know
okay.
the whole
So
series.
you gotta
kinda
watch. You gotta
sort
at least watch the clips or something. Because when niggas like Conquest
What,
show up.
what was the Christian nigga name? It was something with an E.
On what?
Elicard, the nigga, the priest nigga.
Oh, you
Yeah.
talking about?
Pastor, he's like, "Show me your power, priest."
No, that's what I was
Yeah.
trying to say too. The only
The
reason
priest
why
was nice with those
Alucard,
knives.
He was nice, he was
the, only,
nice.
the only reason Alucard got serious is because the priest ended up going to like basically turn himself into a beast.
No, but there was a certain point where
he
the
went to
priest,
the dark side
No,
to
but
get
I'm
on his
saying-
level. He
yeah,
went to
but
the dark side to get
there
on
was
his
a
level.
certain point-
Alucard was like, he's like, I've been playing with you the whole time, nigga. Now I gotta get
Yeah.
serious because now you're really a demon.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There were
yeah,
several
yeah,
points
yeah,
where
yeah.
the priest could immediately put him away though.
But that's because Alucard allowed, because Alucard
Yeah.
wanted the challenge. He
Yeah,
wanted
he
to
wanted
die.
the challenge.
And then he was like, "Oh, you're a demon now?
He
I gotta put you down."
He
dog."
loved anybody there.
But he still never really kills the priest though.
No, he does.
He finishes him off.
When remember when the
He
priest
kills the
did the
priest for
transformation
sure.
and he turned himself into a fucking like earth demon?
Yeah.
And he had all those roots and shit. Like, nah, he turned into the real Dracula to kill him. Because
Okay.
after the priest did that, Dracula was like, "At what
Yeah,
cost?
the final
you could have
moment, he
beaten
shut
me
shit
as a
down."
man, right? So then after he like beat him, Dracula, he was like, "All right, now it's time to go Dracula mode." Then like just
But
came out.
he was giving him decent work as a human though. I loved it. I
That's
loved
the
those
thing.
fight scenes.
When the father was like, "Man, fuck this shit. I'm about to go to the," he was like, "I just really want this nigga gone." And Dracula was like, "You don't understand. The reason why it was fair was because I respected him being a man, right?" And he was like, "You're a monster now. It's just trying to put you down. That's what we do for a living." You know what I'm saying?
That's the best part. He was like, "You don't get it."
And then
Wait.
he
I
he-
remember
he
there
was
was a
like-
point in the show where this nigga like drips his own hair or his own blood into his gun and then pops that shit off at somebody. If I remember correctly.
maybe not. I don't remember this in maybe
Nah, you
it's
don't
been a
do
minute
that.
since I've watched it.
Nah,
It's
you
been a
don't do
minute.
that.
But like I do. You guys remember when he had that fight with the
Pop his guns though.
No, remember we had
Yeah.
that fight with the Nazi niggas underground at the castle
That's
when
the
they
best
were
part.
coming in there
The
looking
brothers,
for
the
him?
two brothers. That was
Yeah.
the best part.
And
The
then
brothers. They came in there.
He was
they came in
ripping
there
that one
cocky.
nigga apart.
They
Yeah,
came
he
in
was
there
turning to a
cocky.
dog.
They came in
No,
there-
I was
they came
fucking
in there
with
cocky.
my favorite nigga was the nigga with the strands. The nigga with the fucking
You talking about the Butler that
the
betrayed him?
Butler nigga. Yeah, I love that nigga.
Oh,
Cutting
Walter.
niggas.
Yeah.
Walter.
Cutting
The
niggas with that shit.
the nigga who backstabbed him.
Yeah.
Hey, Walter really thought he had to jump on him. He was
Yeah,
like, "I've been
that's
observing
all.
you for a long
Yeah,
time."
yeah.
And then he was like,
He was like, "Walter, I'm
But the
so
way
dis-"
he was
he
using
was
those
like,
things was tight.
he's like, "Walter, I'm so
Hey,
disappointed."
He was cutting shit.
No, he was like, "I'm so disappointed." He's
Nigga
like,
had a-
he's like, "Do you not remember?" He's like, "Do you not remember
Nigga
how
was
it
shooting,
happened the first time?"
Nigga was shooting at niggas without had a detached arm shooting guns still at niggas,
That's
bro.
what made him turn.
That's
He
what I
was
was talking about.
He was
The
like,
detached
"Walter,
arm when he was
all
shooting.
these
Yeah,
years for you to be a traitor. All these years, Walter." That's what turned him up. He's like, "You forgot how it happened the first time." That's what turned him up. He was like, I'm the one who killed you. Like, I'm the one who put you down. He's like, "I'm the one who put you." That shit was dope. Yeah, that shit was dope.
You got that reminder, nigga.
Walter was dope though. Yeah, he was the slicing nigga with the strings.
Hey, can you
Yeah.
imagine if they made Hellsing into like a isekai and put Alucard in a different world, let him keep his guns, nigga?
I don't remember they had the nigga had to throw cards and then you remember the nigga was throwing cards and then he threw the cards on.
Forgot about the nigga throwing cards.
Yeah, he was the lead.
It was like it was like Trigun. Every episode was like a new boss he killed.
Nah, but Trigun. I would put Trigun and Alucard with the way they was holding these pistols and shit. Very similar niggas. Very similar.
Every episode holding shit down. It was like
big ass guns for no reason.
The new bosses get I love it.
Big ass guns. You see Trigun?
And they make,
nah.
Oh, Trigun's a classic.
I've heard about it. It's kind of like
only like 12 episodes. It's only like 12 episodes for real.
And it's kind of like it's low-key on some like not Power Ranger shit, but it's like a mech show, right?
It's not a mech show, my nigga. It's old West feel, gunslinger style shit.
Don't disrespect that shit. It
But-
definitely ain't no Power Rangers.
It's some gunslinger style shit.
I wasn't trying to call it Power Rangers. I was just saying, isn't it similar to like? Well, my bad. I'm thinking of the wrong one then. If that's the case.
Nah,
I
Trigun
was
is
thinking of it as a mech type series
Fast
with the robots and shit.
Stampede. Is that not
it's a
a
nigga
dope
with
ass
the red
name?
coat.
Yeah.
A
Vast
nigga with the red coat and
Is that
his
not a
dope ass
dope ass
glasses,
name?
and he has one mechanical arm and a big ass gun, and he's known as the humanoid typhoon.
He's leaving it out. Him and his brother.
$60 billion double-dollar bounty.
He's leaving out. Him and his brother are like real weapons.
I don't want to tell him about
Yeah.
fucking knives.
Yeah,
You
they
don't
real
need to know about
weapons.
knives.
Them niggas are like walking nukes. He's leaving that out.
Mm.
Yeah, but that shit gets revealed throughout
real
the
life.
shit.
Yeah, real life.
But it's
walking
him.
nukes.
It's him versus mercenaries and shit.
Mm.
It starts off on some medium. You know, Spike and Cowboy Bebop, how he be goofy,
Yeah.
solving some shit.
Mm.
Starts off like that. Till he really got to start pulling the gun. He don't kill anybody because he got a whole rule about not murking niggas.
No,
But the way he
he
handles
kills
that shit-
niggas. He never wants to kill niggas,
never
but he
wants
always end up killing niggas.
Oh, niggas do end up dead. That's
Yeah.
true.
He never wants to kill nobody, but he.
Hey.
But niggas, like I told you, his bounty. You know, he has such a name for being just because he always he's always gonna live, but there's always niggas after him because niggas. Because like I told you, like he's a walking. You don't know this because he's a good guy, but they definitely government experiments. Him and his brother are definitely just government experiments, and they're fucking walking nukes. And he came out on the good side. His brother, they lost their mom. Yeah, they lost their mom. And once they lost his mom, his brother was like, "Oh fuck all that. I need to smoke.
Mm.
I need to smoke."
But there's remember the guy with the machine gun on his
Yeah,
hands?
his brother basically, like I told you, his bounty. The whole show is like I told you, he's walking nuke. His brother just wants to eliminate him because so his brother can rule the world.
Not even necessarily eliminate him. He wants him to see.
He
shit
wants
his-
him to join so they can rule the world. But you know, Ration ain't on that.
Mm-hmm.
So they, and like I told you, like you said, his brother do send some people because 13 niggas. His brother do send some niggas after him because those were the badasses.
Yeah.
But the rest of the world is still after him because of his bounty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of the world is after him
Yeah,
after his bounty, and
yeah.
then his brother does test him with a bunch of niggas that's
like
really
the baddest,
about
the
that
baddest
shit.
killers. Yeah, the baddest killers out of in every episode. Like some bad, every nigga has some dope ass powers, but. And by the end of the episode, he's such a gunner. He's smart. You know, he figured out they power and how to manipulate that shit.
There's also this dope ass guy that runs with him. That's
the priest.
The priest,
Yeah,
yeah.
the priest,
He has this big
Yeah,
ass cross.
yeah.
Initially, it has it's just got a thing that holds a bunch of
Have you
pistols
ever
in
seen?
it.
Have you
And then
ever
it
seen
becomes a big ass gun
Desperado?
itself too.
Have you ever seen Desperado? Oh man.
You ever seen Desperado?
Yeah,
I've seen Desperado.
You never seen
Holy
Desperado
shit.
with the Mexican nigga, but he brought the
Guitar case and
It's
shit.
a missile launcher.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
You
You
gotta
ever
see
seen that?
Desperado.
Oh, you gotta watch that.
Desperado's a classic. Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, it's straight wild. You never seen that shit? Like he's like a Mexican outlaw, like a Mexican
Mercenary.
mercenary. He just out
Gun for hire.
He's going after mob bosses basically.
Yeah.
Cartel.
Like it's like
He's a badass, but then but he needs help, so he calls homies. So one homie has a gun. They all musicians.
they all look like musicians.
Yeah, they all
yeah.
look like musicians.
And they have cases that they
Yeah,
carry
all
around that all
cases,
got
so-
weapons in them though.
So his case got a whole bunch of guns. So his homie one had a missile launcher, but he had a whole little stash. He was like, it was so cool. He was like, then his other homie had two of them. It was all machine
These
guns.
have machine guns in it. Yeah, it was a thing where he presses a button and they can fire out from the thing itself.
Yeah, he presses a button. Like, then his homie did a whole stand. There was a whole stand. It was so dope. It was like.
And missile launcher out
Yeah,
there.
missile straight out the case. Straight out the case.
straight out the case.
Yeah. 90s.
That's not hard as fuck.
It's some real 90s shit.
90s shit.
They were hiding their guns in,
Yeah, that shit was funny.
in guitar
Yeah,
cases.
they
and
walked
shit.
up slow motion like the whole video game movie shit, like doom doom.
What is that? Is that the one where they have what's his name go ahead into the bar and tell that joke about the bartender kissing? The biggest Mexican I ever seen.
He disrespect the fuck out of him.
It's the biggest Mexican I ever seen. They also had they had Once Upon a Time in Mexico with that shit too.
That's the aftermath.
Yes, the aftermath.
That's the beginning of the movie.
That shit gets real.
They tell that joke. That's how they kill everybody.
Yeah, exactly. It's super real. Oh my god. Watch Desperado and Once Upon a Time.
That's a good ass movie. You'll love it.
Okay.
It's a good ass movie.
I'm gonna have to check them out when I get a chance to. Then, yeah.
All action.
All action.
All action.
All with that shit.
Over the top action. Over the top good action.
Like, these are like movies, right?
Yeah, it's a big movie. It's a big movie. Selma Hayek in there too. She's looking
Selma
good.
Hayek looking good as fuck in that shit. Yeah.
Damn near naked. Yeah. In her prime. In her motherfucking prime.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if you want prime Selma Hayek, you know what you guys see? Have you seen From Dusk Till Dawn?
You said Desperado and Once Upon a Time?
That's right behind it.
Yeah, Desperado and Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Dusk Till Dawn was the one. The vampire.
That one really fucked me up though.
That was the real
watching
goofy
that movie fucked me up.
That shit was go goofy.
It fucked me up though.
It fucked me up. When they transformed,
I was like, because I was into that shit.
Like,
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
No, Desperado.
Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
I looked them both up.
And Dusk Till Dawn.
Ooh, Selma Hayek looks exactly the same right now.
Yeah, she still look great. Yeah,
she still looks exactly like this.
Yeah.
No wrinkles, no nothing. Jesus.
In her prime. I love.
I like me some Selma Hayek.
I like that.
Saw her on the red carpet.
Yeah, who don't like that?
Ooh,
You got a bit of weed, bro? Or is all gone?
I got one nut.
Do we smoke one before I go?
Yeah.
About 20 minutes. Yeah. Selma Hayek is bad. Yeah.
Yeah, she saw
And
it.
she do news. Yeah. I think when Jennifer Lawrence did the little news scene, I was disappointed. I'm like, man,
Jennifer Lawrence ain't got nobody.
nobody.
You mind using the red?
Still
I'll
fucked up.
put up with this.
Scarlett Johansson did a news scene too. It's weird.
Scarlett Johansson what?
Scarlett Johansson did a news scene in a movie that no one knows about.
Scarlett Johansson looked good though.
ScarJo?
Yeah, she did a news scene.
In what movie?
Look it up. No one knows about it. She's doing some weird shit.
I heard Jennifer Lawrence did a nude scene after
haven't
the
seen
news
it?
got leaked.
You haven't seen the
Yeah,
movie?
I've seen Jennifer Lawrence's
The little war movie?
What movie?
The little war
I
movie?
don't remember what movie.
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
She doesn't look good.
She did like 3 movies.
She doesn't look good?
Like 3 movies.
Jennifer Lawrence is not attractive.
I never
Why?
been into her, but like,
She's skinny
3
as hell.
movies now.
Nobody.
You haven't
Nobody.
You haven't seen the
Sad
scene
day.
when they're in the classroom?
Matter of fact.
We're in the class where they're supposed to be like soldiers, and the teacher basically Jennifer Lawrence they're telling the dude to fuck her now, and Jennifer Lawrence get ass naked in front of the whole class, and the nigga can't get up.
no, I have not seen that.
Oh,
No,
you haven't
that's
seen
crazy.
that? Oh, that's a whole
I didn't even know she was in movies
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
but there's another one too where she's on the beach, ass naked, pussy and everything, hair, pussy, yeah, on the beach naked.
Oh
and all
wow,
that,
you
yeah.
said hairy pushy.
Yeah, all that full frontal.
Full frontal. And that's supposed to be art? I don't know if that's too much influence on these kids.
It wasn't sexy though.
You know who I used to fuck with?
What you call it sexy? The bitch who did the Wolf of Wall Street when she got naked.
Just for an example, right? This is Jennifer
Oh,
Lawrence.
no, I don't care about
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
That's not
Exactly.
she flat
The
everywhere.
Wolf of Wall Street. The girl did the Wolf of Wall
You
Street.
talking about? I know you're talking about. She had the blonde hair.
No, the girl played the crazy girl.
You talking about the one that got her foot licked, right?
And the girl played what's it called in the DC movies.
Who in the DC movies?
Yeah, the girl played the Joker girlfriend.
Margot Robbie. Yeah, it's Margot Robbie. Yeah. You actually, I can't believe I couldn't.
Margot Robbie, yeah.
When you were talking about her in
roll up,
Wolf
come
of
on.
Wall Street, I couldn't think of Margot Robbie.
Yeah, that's the movie. Yeah,
don't care.
Exactly.
Though he showed us another Jennifer Lawrence didn't care about it.
I told you,
don't care.
Nothing to brag about.
But niggas was going wild for her nude leaks and shit. Like, oh, I need that.
Yeah, we're going wild.
Damn,
Just 'cause she famous.
Just because famous. Being famous can really just make you attractive, huh?
Margot Robbie though, I knew when she was that shaved pussy. I was like, the whole culture, whole studio. I remember in the theater, everybody was like, even the bitches.
Oh yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street. Oh yeah, everybody was like, yeah. Yeah, that was beautiful. I love a shaved.
No, but you know who I used to fuck with? Do you remember Stifler's mom in
White American Pie.
Yeah, Jennifer Coolidge? Yeah, I used to fuck with Jennifer Coolidge.
No, the bitch. What you call?
Ignore it. No, you get a
I
muted.
think he got my. Hopefully he got my small, but I'm drinking. I don't want to deal with that nigga right now.
Okay.
That's my mom. That's my mom boyfriend. Leave that alone right now.
Just mute it though.
No, let it ring. Man.
No, you can press the button.
We on Discord. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, my bad. Discord.
Yeah, it's all good. Fucking anyway.
I forgot we were saying all that shit.
Yeah, I like fat titty hoes.
We know. Oh no, what's it called? He got game. What's her name?
Not the chick.
This
that was
is
playing
just like
basketball.
Jennifer Lawrence though.
That
Who? Margot Robbie?
nigga, man, pressure.
Jennifer Lawrence got better titties.
Man, look at that. Man,
I don't really.
look
I'm
at
not
that
into Margot Robbie like that either.
Pressure. Y'all look at that.
No ass.
Look at that. But it's
No
all
titties.
no hair. Look at that. It just looks so. Look at that.
How we feel about?
No hair. Look at that, Paul. No hair. What are y'all talking about? Y'all gotta
Jennifer
look at.
Lawrence ain't
y'all
got
got-
no hair
y'all-
either.
Y'all gotta look at. Y'all gotta look at that. No hair. Look at that. Look at, y'all see that? It just look, that's just all body. Y'all
Nah,
think ain't no
it's
hair.
not.
That's just
She's
all
not.
body. Niggas
Margot
just
Robbie's
rolling
not all
that.
that. Margot Robbie's
Jennifer
not all
Lawrence
that.
definitely better.
Man, you got me fucked up. I'm trying to roll in the gold. I'm trying
But
to roll in the gold.
how about a better Jennifer?
Hey,
Jennifer
he tripping. I'm
Lopez.
trying to roll in the gold all day.
J-Lo.
long.
What was J-Lo naked in?
No,
J-Lo-
he got game. What's her name? She played the other.
Are you talking about the bitches that he seen when he was in college at the party?
No, the girl was in Sin City too.
Sin City.
That fine ass Latino chick.
Oh,
Fine ass man.
you talking about?
Fine in the motherfucker.
Not
Forgot her name.
Fuck.
Rosario.
Rosario Dawson.
Yes. Yes.
Rosario Dawson was nude and he got game. Or you just saying she bad?
On the bed, a quick scene of the titties when he rolled the titties up. They
Nah.
definitely showed the titties when he rolled the titties up here on the bed. And then she's in another movie where she does a full frontal where she shaved too, just like Margot Robbie.
You know, I might be wrong about this, but who is that? Is Eva Mendes that bad bitch, Latina bitch too?
Yeah, that's the training day.
Training Day. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think it too.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I'd be confusing Eva Mendes and the other one you were talking about, Rosario Dawson. But Rosario Dawson is
Way
completely
better.
different.
Yeah, way better.
I think Rosario Dawson looks better than.
No, she did one with full frontal too. Pussy shade. Everything.
No, but she looks better than what's her name?
Sorry, Discord.
What's her name? That one chick that was Gamora.
Oh, smoke. Come on, you don't even
No word, my bad. I ain't got nothing to roll with. You said don't use what I got, right?
I said no, you can use yours.
Okay, word.
No, but I said what's the chick that plays Gamora? What's her name?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, she's alright. She's the one who just won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Zoe, whatever. Zoe.
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, Zoe. Yeah.
Rosario Dawson looks better than Zoe Saldana. I'm gonna say that all day.
Yeah, nigga, she's not that cute. Yeah.
Because people be on Zoe Saldana too. Like, she's not ugly. Of course, she's not ugly. I would never say Zoe Saldana.
Like-
You guys know who Paige Van Zandt is?
Today, just
whatever.
whatever.
It's too
whatever.
skinny.
It's just too skinny.
Y'all know Paige Van Zandt?
No, I don't know who Paige
She's
is.
a
Sounds familiar.
UFC fighter?
Yeah,
Oh my god. Oh man.
She fine or she busted?
She's fine.
There's no way she a fine
And she got
UFC
OnlyFans
fighter.
now. She retired. She stopped
There's no
fighting
way
because
she's a fine UFC fighter.
the finest.
That's like saying the tallest midget. Paul, wavy P.
What you talking about? That little boxer bitch is cute. That bitch who, the bitch, I know you've been watching.
Cute boxer bitch.
The bitch who fought that little Russian bitch that was squabbling that Latino bitch.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was too pretty to fight. Though.
Yeah,
She was too pretty to be
squabbling.
fighting.
This is Paige Van Zandt.
Okay, she alright. She alright.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Are you serious?
There's no way she was really winning in UFC though.
She was.
No, she wasn't.
She was win some, lose some. You know how bitches hate.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Hold on, watch this. As a matter of fact, let me show you some highlights. She got some knockouts.
Brian be hating. That nigga said she too cute.
Yeah,
No,
she-
He's like, girls,
No,
pretty girls
no
should not
squabbles.
fight.
titties too big. When
Yeah,
no
no squabbles.
Paul, you wasting time though.
Hold on.
We got our analysts looking up bullshit to try and prove that Hose was like competitive, and that's gonna make her more attractive because she can fight
Nah, I
back.
didn't say that was more. I'm just showing you she done knock some bitches out.
All these beautiful women can get it. Even the weak
Hold
ones.
on.
But is the weak ones really beautiful?
No. And they be acting, that's what I'm saying. It's just so many niggas out, like my homies out here, that be so nice to them.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Let them get away with all this bullshit. Once niggas stand on something, be like, man, ain't nobody doing
She
that.
knocking anybody out? Like, it's just some training shit.
Once niggas start acting like me, right? Once niggas start standing on their dick and be like, what? So this is what we gonna do. If I'm paying, so this is what we gonna do.
So she breaks arms?
She got the judo. She got some kicks everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the knockouts. Though. I want to see her knock somebody out. No doubt.
She's not knocking nobody out.
She
She's
got the
too pretty to
TKO.
have knockout power.
You said she's too pretty for knockout power.
Yeah, you can't be pretty and have
She can
knockout
TKO
power.
bitches though. You just saw TKO.
Yeah, she TKOs, but she not. She too pretty to be brutal.
I can't disagree with that.
Like
That's probably why her career wasn't successful. But she be in power slap though.
you ever seen?
Look at this. This is her in power slap though. What you mean she don't got no knockout power?
Nigga, Paul be following her.
Yeah, they be really like. I mean, knowing names of bitches.
Paul, we roll up, that nigga be following her.
Watch right here.
Ah!
Right here.
Oh, she knocked her out with the slap.
She you gonna fuck with a little bit. She the bitch on the left. I mean, on the
black.
right. She the bitch in the blue.
She takes a slap and then she warms up and then hits a
Wow.
bitch and knocks her out. She gets her cold. But, you know, it's whatever.
If she asks you to get in the kitchen and you gonna argue with her?
I'm not trying to get slapped by her, for sure. But she had to reach up to slap me.
He said, yeah.
I blocked that shit.
You a big ass nigga. You can deflect it easy. You hit her with this one.
I hit her with circular motion, bitch.
So she lost?
No,
So she won. She's the one that just slapped her out.
She ate that slap. And then she, wow, pop. Wound up.
But yeah, on average, I'm
Oh
taking.
yeah, she's the bitch in the black. My bad.
I would take the average. I would-
I forgot what color she was in.
I would take the average. I would take the
So
average.
she lost?
I was like, I'm finna smoke and just leave and not say nothing else to these niggas. I swear, I was like, all right.
I would take the
I was
average.
like, I literally just
My
watched.
fault,
I'm like, I literally just watched what I was watching. This nigga just told me okay. I was like, I'm done.
I would take the average actress over the average UFC.
I was so
My fault.
done for. I was like, yeah,
Honestly,
cool.
yes. I feel like most chicks get in the UFC because they have no feministic ways, right? And some pretty bitches get into it trying to get money popping in different ways, and they tend to be slightly aggressive, and they realize, oh, the aggressive bitches are really aggressive.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, so it's a nah. But, like, on average, bro, most of these UFC bitches are, like, straight 2s and 3s.
But like even in men, who are you taking? The more rough looking nigga or the more pretty looking nigga?
In the UFC?
Yeah.
you really
In a
like-
fight, you see a pretty nigga and you see a rough
Not
looking
even that. The
nigga.
nigga with the tattoos is gonna lose.
The nigga with the tattoos gonna lose?
The nigga got all the tattoos don't
Why the
take
tattoos
him.
gonna lose?
Hey, that's what I learned watching UFC. The nigga who
Look,
look
I'm
badass,
not-
the nigga who look badass finna get work. The nigga who look like Brian, the nigga who look like a Michael.
I'll say this,
I
right?
ate a sandwich. Nigga come in there like, nigga, I need all the smoke, nigga. Ha!
In my opinion, it really
Everybody's
depends.
like, sleep.
I feel like personally...
Get choke hold, be sleepy like that.
No offense, but I feel like a better looking fighter typically does not get hit as often as like an ugly ass fighter. They look ugly because they get beat up. So I feel
Okay, I
like
can see that, but I meant they just look like a rough nigga.
no, but what I'm saying is like even if you go look at all UFC niggas, they look like tough guys, but none of them look like they're rough
Hey.
because they've been getting fucked up.
Listen
You
to
know
what
what
I
I'm saying?
said.
The best fighters don't really get hit.
But I'm
then they
saying
also-
Chuck Liddell
but-
versus like
No. UFC has changed a lot.
Yeah, I know,
It's
Israel
marketability.
Adesanya,
They like the
yeah.
pretty boys
Yeah.
now.
Hey.
You know,
But
All
that's
the-
since Spider been fucking shit up.
Israel
Spider,
Israel
yeah.
was that guy, but he got fucked up.
He did get fucked up too.
Yeah, but
He
even
was like-
look at the fighters now. The fighters now are
He was like,
fucked up
he was
prettier
like,
than him.
Israel.
But they're not acting like
Israel-
saucy niggas like he was.
I know,
wearing
Paul
like
don't know,
fucking
'cause
nail
he's younger.
polish and shit.
Remember Alistair Overeem?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he was like Alistair Overeem.
Uberim was off roids.
Yeah, he was supposed to beat somebody, just like Israel. Like, damn, Israel is that nigga though, but he's like, damn, you was never supposed to lose, dog.
Yeah, he was. He lost to
was supposed
Pereira.
to- I know he
Talking
was-
that shit. He
Talk
said.
all that
He
shit.
said. He said.
Lost most of
he
it, like,
said-
you
he
wasn't
said-
supposed- Yeah,
He said, you know, he said the guy who beat me
Got
is
whooped.
somewhere in Brazil at a bar somewhere,
Yeah.
and he'll be happy saying the best fight he ever won was against me in kickboxing. You know, the nigga did enter the UFC and won his belt.
See, think about what's it called? What's that nigga name in the UFC?
That nigga Pereira heard that
the
was
bald,
like
the bald nigga who always wear yellow.
always wear yellow.
The bald nigga that wear yellow.
They call him the Spider, Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva.
He was that nigga till he got old.
Brazilian.
Until he got old.
Yeah. No, Spider was great.
That's what Israel did.
Yeah, the
Israel.
passing of the torch between him and Israel.
Yeah. He was supposed to be on that.
Right now, it ain't really no good black fighters. I think ain't no champions. Except of John Jones. John Jones is ducking. What's his name?
He's
that
old.
British dude.
He's old.
Yeah, but like,
He's old. Oh, too much cocaine and partying.
yeah, he was talking all that shit. He's like, damn,
Just leave it alone.
Yeah, at that point, but he don't want to retire yet, which is crazy.
He's a natural beast.
Tom Aspinall, there we go. He's been ducking that nigga.
John Jones is always great to watch. He's a natural beast. He's one of them niggas. Like, you gotta just shoot this nigga.
Nah, but you
I used
gotta
to
see,
love
like,
watching.
Ilya Topuria?
No, I used to love watching
He like
Lyoto
Paul. Like,
Machida.
he's one of them niggas. Like, he's one of them niggas like Paul. Like,
Nah, but you.
I love that classical karate shit he would
But
bring to the
you-
ring,
you-
where he
you-
also
you-
he would win with that shit.
But you remember?
He would win with karate,
You remember when
nigga.
John Jones?
that's what's it called?
You remember what John Jones did to him?
What I just said.
Hold on one
you-
second.
You remember what John Jones did to Lyoto Machida?
No, what do you do?
Pinned him against the gate, put him in a standing guillotine,
Mm-hmm.
choked him unconscious.
Yeah, it
Like,
sucks.
Leoto
Leono was that guy until he got that
Yeah.
check too.
Yep.
He didn't even get chin checked. He got choked out by John Jones.
Yoda got dropped a few times.
A lot of niggas got
been dropped
dropped.
by a
What I'm
few
saying is
few
like,
times, yeah.
bro, real quick before you do go do your thing. Let me show you that too real quick. It's only like 10 seconds.
I went to
Can I?
Oh yeah, it's on you. My bad.
I went to go see the UFC. I went to go see the UFC shit live with my homie in Vegas when his birthday.
I still need to do that. I was supposed to go watch the
I don't like
Francis
live
Ngannou
shit.
fight.
That shit was whack. Especially a nigga who wear glasses. I didn't like that shit at all.
Why not?
I was like,
You
nigga,
couldn't see
it's way better on live TV. Nigga, you can't see none of the angles.
Yeah, word.
You can't
Was
see,
you in
you can't see
nosebleeds?
shit. You can't see none of that shit going on. And we was close.
Yeah,
Jones was defeated by Rampage by split decision.
Oh, we was close. You can't see none of that shit. Like live TV, you get the angle. Like, nigga, man. Everybody starts standing up to somebody drop. You gotta stand up. Man, you can't see none of that shit.
And to be honest, it was just a bad matchup for Yoda.
Yoda's in trouble, trying to finish this fight. It is all over. John Jones remains.
Yeah. He's fucking that. And on that note, we're gonna call it right there, gentlemen.
Alrighty.
That's podcast out.